Now, there's two objects you'll always see in the ancient Egyptian drawings that the gods always carry. One is a little stick with a head on it. It's forked at the bottom. That's the Was Scepter. And the other object is the Ankh, the symbol of life. But what were these mysterious objects? And what powers did they possess? For my 2014 video short about Anubis, I created my own Was Scepter. I went to a hardwood store and purchased this maple dowel. And I created the head of Anubis. The top, carved out the ears, filled them with a gold glitter, put little gems in the eyes. And I put his hieroglyphs on the staff, the Was Scepter, some leather. And this is the hieroglyph for Anubis, Anpu, Inpu, Inep, Inepu. You see him there. But what was this object? What was this mysterious staff? And why did all the gods carry them? Was it some kind of technology? Did it emit energy? I shaped the head on a disc sander and rounded it till I got the contours that I wanted. And I cut the ears out with a saw, and I think I used a Dremel with a sanding drum. But it's very sharp. You could do battle with it. It may have been a weapon. Maybe it was to protect the gods. Anyone got out of line, they would give you the ears, so to speak. I could rap on the head, speak softly, and rule with a giant stick. But all the gods carry them, Was scepters, and they differ depending on the gods. Like here is Isis, you can tell by the chair on her head, the throne. Isis has a lotus flower one. And here is Ra, Heruachiti, holding his Was scepter. Here is Jehuti, holding his Was scepter. His looks like a snake, much like the myth of Moses, the Was scepter of Jehuti. Here is Heru, Horus, holding his Was scepter and his Ankh. The other piece of ancient technology that we do not fully comprehend is the Ankh, the symbol of life. For my short on Anubis in 2014, I also created this Ankh. I just fashioned it out of a piece of sign plywood, and then I added some cubicons and actually drilled into it and put real gemstones from a store that sells little beads for necklaces. Those are actual, I don't know if they're adventuring or I forget what I used. And then I used the glitter too. Here's an Ankh that I fashioned out of acrylic, mirrored acrylic. I like the way it catches the light, especially in the sun. It's pretty cool. It's pretty thick too. See, it's a 1/4 inch thick, I think. But we don't know what these were. Some believe that it is the toe of a sandal, like you would put, you know, your toe through the little sandal strap, and then these go over and around your foot, and that's where they got the shape. So the idea of it being a symbol of life is that, you know, in life you walk through your journey of life in your sandals. So maybe that's where they got it. Or maybe it was some technology. Maybe it was a key. Maybe it opened something, or I don't know. You always see them carrying it, much like we wander around carrying our car keys. All the gods in Egypt carry an Ankh. Here's it spelled out in hieroglyphs. Ankh. 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 The circle is either a KH if it has little lines, or if it's solid, it means raw. Here I'm pretty sure it means K, because it's right next to an N and the Ankh, so I think it's spelling it out, Ankh. This is Rech, R, Ch, Rech, Rekiek, Jeti. So that would, Rek is to know, to be known forever. I like the Ankh. It's more of an uplifting symbol than the Christian cross, which is associated with murdering criminals. Not exactly a happy image. The last thing that people saw, being stuck on a cross and bled out until the crows pecked their eyes out. That's not exactly an uplifting image. But the Ankh, on the other hand, is a symbol of life and hope, of the journey that we take. There's Isis holding her Ankh. See, there's Horus holding his Ankh. And this is the Ujat eye. Eye of Horus. Or the Egyptians, the Ujat eye was a symbol of protection, as if the gods were watching you, so you better behave. Sekhmet, the lioness goddess, was created when Ra plucked out his eye to extinguish mankind for their bad behavior. Here's Sekhmet with her Was Scepter. Sekhmet. And she fed upon humanity and almost extinguished them for their sins against the Father. And the other gods pleaded to Ra, please, Father, don't kill all the mortals. And so Ra had a change of heart. And they ordered beer be made. Thousands and thousands of gallons of beer. And have it dyed red. And they put out the jugs of red beer onto the beach. And Sekhmet came thinking it was human blood and lapped it up. And she fell asleep. So when you see the hieroglyph of the Was Scepter, it just means powerful, strong, ruling over people, dominion. Was. Here in this cartouche, it is Wazir Ma'atra, which is another name for Ramses, beloved of Amun. Uster Ma'atra, Mary Amun. Di Ankh, given lie. Here's Isis, counseling the deceased, holding her Ankh. Here, let us read this corner. Di Ankh mira jet. Was Ankh was neteret. Senib Ankh was. Which means given life, like Ra, forever. Powerful, alive, powerful. Powerful goddess. Healthy. Life, powerful. Ankh, the symbol of life. Ankh.